So gaming is going to have a massive class. This next generation of consoles has, in my opinion, have been the most underwhelming. Not many new games. You know, you don't really have any games releasing anymore. You don't. Okay, for example, let's compare this to 2 generations ago. Okay, you had two Fallout games. You had two Outer Scrolls games in the 360's lifespan. But now you only have one Fallout game and one Elder Scrolls game interchangeably in the lifespan. Heck, Elder Scrolls might be next generation if the leaks and rumors are correct. You had multiple GTA games in the PS2 eras, two GTA games, and then zero. GTA, one of the biggest franchises in gaming, skipped an entire generation of consoles for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. And we're going to skip the next generation of consoles. Okay, as well. Even the Zombiac devs are going Spider-Man 2 will cost so much money, spend $100 million less people will not even noticed. This AAA gaming development is broken. The main thing to take away is the AAA development is soft. The cast is coming and it's going to be brutal. The only way out of it is hit the brakes, and they won't do that because, of course, they want to make the games, as, pretty as possible, as well. Master Contracts said the AAA developers see how shocked it is. Sony first party Saturday, Ubisoft gone EA Sports only. Activision hobbled Microsoft outright leaving the console race. So this could be a crash. This won't be a crash similar to the 1982 crash because, of course, Nintendo and indie developers are still thriving. Okay, Nintendo, of course, they're using the usual strategies that they use with every console. Okay. Of course, Nintendo has unorthodox methods with the Switch. Pouring a bunch of Wii U games to fill in the gaps. But again, the Wii U sold so poorly that most people won't bat an eye that these are Wii U games. But yeah, Nintendo has poured a lot of Wii U games into the Switch. And likely if the next console will likely go back to the original. Usually, one new 3D Mario game, one new 2D Mario game, one new Smash Bros. Game, two new Kirby games, probably a 3D and a 2D game, a new Zelda game, 3D Zelda game, probably a 2D Zelda game by Grezzo, Metroid Prime 4 releases finally, a new IP, another Splatoon, more Pokemon, another Animal Crossing. Of course, Nintendo, they release the games with the intention of having legs. Okay, AAA developers don't really do that. They do it because they want to make the biggest and most flashiest games possible, as well. Okay, Nintendo, they utilize the IPs well. AAA game developers, they don't really care. They just want to make the most flashiest games ever. Okay, and it really shows you that AAA gaming is heading towards a crash. Okay, Xbox, Xbox, all of the major developers. I think Square Enix could be included in this as well. Well, but Japanese developers don't really have this problem as much as American developers. I think the closest to this problem would be Square Enix and Sony. Okay, which are two companies that basically, especially Square Enix, has been trying to westernize all the IPs to appease Western audiences in the expense of Japanese audiences. But Capcom and other Japanese studios like Nintendo seem to be still going out the old route. Yes, there is basically one new Street Fighter game per console generation as per usual, but that's what Capcom usually does. You get one new Monster Hunter game per console. So one massive game. Monster Hunter 6 is supposedly coming out this generation as well. Of course, the Monster Hunter games in between were released only on the Switch. So of course, Capcom has been busy with those games and IPs. Resident Evil gets like one new game per console now. Okay, and also they're remaking all the older games. Meanwhile, the AAA gaming development might make Xbox the next Sega. And PlayStation will, of course, lose a lot of money as well. Despite selling 50 million consoles, it seems that what's really going down behind the scenes from another video I made, that Sony is secretly losing money on one of the most successful consoles because they're not selling enough games, because they're not making any games for the PS5, which isn't too surprising that you're selling a console that relies on Fortnite, Call of Duty, and FIFA. That's why PlayStation is so scared of Call of Duty being exclusive to Xbox, because they know that Xbox will be on the upper hand against them in the North America market and of course the European market if they have one of the biggest IPs against them. That this is why they really want Call of Duty to stay on the PlayStation, so PlayStations can be sold with Call of Duty in it as well. Okay, but I doubt the next generation console Microsoft to be so friendly towards the PlayStation and allow, for example, Activision games be on PlayStation consoles. So, but for the meantime, yes, Activision games. But again, most people buy PlayStation for third-party games. Most people buy consoles for third-party games. Exclusives don't really sell consoles anymore. People, console gamers and PC gamers are two entirely different groups of people, as well. Well, and yeah, that is it about this video here. Goodbye.